No, I think we're gonna get some guys signed in December. I mean, that's the goal. We have a lot of guys that are committed, and so get them to visit early, sign, and then we'll go from there. But so I think we're gonna accelerate our official visits a little bit earlier than normal. But for the committee guys, we'll have a good. I think we'll utilize both signing days.
How do you feel the passing games like the first 2 days of camp?
Yeah, really good. I mean, obviously we got to work on some timing and everything, and when you go 11 on 11, it's a little bit more difficult, but especially with a good defense, you know. So, but I've been really pleased with the improvement from yesterday to today, and I think our quarterbacks are throwing the ball really well, and you know, we have to deal with a few missed time throws and a few errant throws, but a few drops, stuff like that. But I think from yesterday to today, we improved a lot more, and I think that the receivers are a talented bunch. They're just young, so I'm really excited about the way the passing game is going.
Where else did you think you saw the improvements from day 1 to day 2?
I think overall, I mean, I like the way the defense improved. I like the way they ran to the ball. They made some plays. You know, I think it's hard to determine it without watching the film, but overall, I'd have to say that we did some really good things on both sides of the ball.
We just talked to Corbin and we saw Hands of Tanelu had a block there. What do you think of your D-line so far?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Tuyaki's going to get them right, and so I have a lot of confidence in him as a coach. And you know, they're disruptive, and we're doing some things up front that I think can give them a little bit more freedom to be more aggressive. You know, so and that's what Coach Tuyaki is really about, running the defenses. So I think we're going to be fine there with what we have talent-wise. We have enough guys that have experience and leadership. So it's going to depend on how improved the younger guys and the depth can come. And I think we got plenty of time. And if they keep improving like I've seen from day 1 to day 2, and when we get the pads on, then I'll be really excited when we get to start the season.
A lot of one-snap rotation. Is that an evaluation thing, or is this just?
I don't know how much one-snap rotation. You mean defense or offense?
Yeah, defense, yeah.
No, I think a lot of guys were in there for at least 2 or 3 snaps. So, but yeah, we're going to keep our guys fresh, and we have a lot of reps to go through. But we're also, you know, there's a lot of guys that don't really need as many snaps as others. So, I mean, there's not a lot of things that Fred Warner hasn't seen already. But he's got to stay fresh, and he's got to, you know, keep things polished up.
Who's that tight end wearing number 89 that had Steve
That was
up and down?
J.J. Nwigwe, yeah. So he did some good things, and you know, well, he's a good blocker, and I think he can help us. So as a coaching staff, we decided to give it a chance and see what happens, and we'll flirt around with some other guys and some other movement, but we'll see if this one sticks or not.
What other position changes that have taken place thus far?
I don't know. I think with the O-line, we will rotate a lot of guys at different spots. Things will start to settle as we get closer to, you know, to the game. But I think going into the game, try to have a depth chart set by, you know, maybe by 2 weeks before the game. But other than that, we have to try to get the best 11 on the field, and that means we have to be creative and find guys at different places and get the best 11 in different situations.
What went into moving this practice to the afternoons for camp? Is that a permanent thing?
No, I think we'll do this for a little bit, and then we'll go back to the mornings, you know. And I think just getting out in the heat and is good for us. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal when we play Portland State, and then, you know, we'll play the next game indoors. So I don't know if it's going to be that big of a problem. Just want to change it up for the players and make them hot a little bit, make them appreciate the nice weather here in Provo, Utah.
When do you expect to receive word on whether you'll receive a waiver for Tristan Hodge?
That's still in the works. I mean, the earlier the better for us, but he's a great talent, and yeah, we'll see. Keep your fingers crossed and pray for that one. He's a little banged up, no, but he's got the waiver. It's more him just being banged up.
With Corbin, how will it help him to know he's just going to concentrate on football now?
It's been helpful already. I mean, he's able to keep his weight and just focus on, you know, just getting bigger and stronger. And so, I mean, I'm sure he can still play basketball, but it's nice for us knowing that he's just going to stay big and not really worry about trying to trim up. I think it's hard to gain 30 pounds and lose it and then gain it back again. So, I don't know. I've done it before, so I'm trying. I'm in the process right now too. So.
Do you sense that this receiving core has kind of a chip on its shoulder, because some people are maybe saying it's kind of the inexperienced part of the team, or maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of them have a lot of things to prove, but that's the game, right? I mean, Last year, you guys weren't worried about Jamal Williams, you know, and this year we're sitting there asking who's going to be the next guy up at running back, and you know, next year we'll go through some more guys, and so it's just part of football. But I know they're talented, and no one really knows anything about them yet, you know. So I promise you, they got a lot of talent, and people will know who they are, and I think we'll look back at this in a year from now and say, okay, they're an experienced bunch. Now we'll pick on somebody else to help motivate.
Any receivers that have particularly stood out over the first 2 days?
Well, there's a lot of them. I think Talon Shumway's done well, and Jonah Trineman, Bo Tanner, Michael Simon, Aleva Hefo, Neil Pa'u. I mean, did I name enough? I think that's everybody. So there's a good group of them that are doing well, and I think the quarterbacks are doing well throwing the ball to them too. So it's been really nice.
Who are the players that are competing at the kick returner spot?
Oh, that's a mixture. I think that you know, yesterday we had Confensus back there too. So Jonah Trineman, Aleva Hefo, Matt Hadley, Tanner Jacobson, Micah Hanneman. I'm going to forget Mike Shelton. There's some other people that can. Micah Simon. Did I say Jonah Trineman? Yeah. Okay. So just everybody except for Mo Langi will be back there. We'll find someone that can catch the ball and someone that can change a game in one play.
Are you surprised with how much development has taken place with Corbin over the course of this last year?
Yeah, I think he's got it in his genes, you know. So I'm not really too surprised by what he's done. I think that he's got so much talent, and I think we still haven't seen all of it yet. Love you too, but I still haven't seen it all. But I think this year he'll be able. Last year he was still kind of brand new. This year he feels a lot more comfortable being in a three-point stance, even, you know, and firing off the ball. And I think the first two practices he's done really well. So we'll see what happens. But I see it trending upwards, and I see it being really good for us.
What's been your thoughts on Sione through 2 days, first chance coaching him up?
Takitaki?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a great pass rusher. So let's get him to handle the run game, and let's get him to be an every down D end, and I think he can do that. You know, it's just a matter of giving him the looks. I mean, he's been away from the game for a year, so I think we'll give him a chance. But I definitely has a lot of talent, and he's definitely strong enough. You know, he's changed his body quite a bit, and I think he's going to be fine.